I look like trash because I'm not wearing any makeup because I'm gonna do a makeup thing. I'm not good at makeup, so this isn't gonna look very good. But we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is my lips are always really chapped. So I got this for Christmas. It's like a NYX lip oil thingy, and it makes my lips a lot softer. So I'm gonna give that time to like soak in. I don't know. And then for foundation, I use Smashbox. It's really good for me, at least, because I have pretty oily skin. Well, I have combination skin, but like my nose is really oily. So it helps because it doesn't have, it's oil free, and it's full coverage, and it builds up if you let it dry without making it look cakey if you have acne scars like me. So it's really nice. And then I'm just gonna use a beauty blender. Also, both my mirrors are there. So I'm using my camera as a mirror because I can't see. So that's a fun time. I'm also using natural light because Colorado's just went through this massive snowstorm, which is why I'm not at school right now. We've had 2 snow days in a row because it was so bad. So that was fun. A lot of power went out. Kind of thought I was gonna die a little bit. It was a little scary. So I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna get my neck so that we don't have two-tone. Also, if I'm doing this wrong, oops. I don't really follow makeup tutorials. I just kind of do like what works for me. But I'm not skilled in makeup at all. So like I said, maybe don't follow this. I don't know. So now that that's dry, I'm gonna go over my cheeks again since I have really bad acne scars, and my nose, since it's oily, doesn't typically cover very well. And I'm gonna go over my eyelids too. Oh my gosh! Lighting is stupid, but it's okay. We kind of need her. Okay. Okay, so now that our face, okay, now that our face is all one color, we're going to use setting powder. I use a brush instead of a beauty blender for this, and because I don't know, I like to get it everywhere so that my face doesn't look oily. That method gets it everywhere. Jeez Louise. Okay. So next you're just gonna kind of look like a crack addict, especially around the nose area if you're oily like me. It's a look. they spatter it everywhere. So yeah, that's a really fun time. You just look like a crack addict for a little bit. So next, we're gonna do eyeshadow. My palette's really, really dirty, but don't mind that. I'm using the James Charles palette because Fred got it for me for Christmas. Delaney got it for me for Christmas, and I love her, and I love the palette. It's like genuinely actually good. So, okay. So I have no idea what kind of brushes I have. I bought them from Target. So I have this one. I think it's like a rounded brush. I don't really know. I kind of need to clean my brushes, but so I'm gonna kind of do like a sunset kind of look. I don't know. I just went with it. So hold on. I don't know the names of these things at all. So we're gonna use You're Kidding, which is that one right there. Might be too yet. You're just gonna dip your brush into that. This is nice and pigmented. Oh my gosh. And then you're gonna tap it out. And you're just gonna kind of like put it in your crease. Like circular motions. I like to do both of my eyes at the same time, otherwise they don't look the same. So I'm gonna probably do all my steps on this eye off camera, so if I just show up with You're Kidding on this side, that's why. Okay, so now that we look insane, also my hair is back so it doesn't get in the way. Just it's pretty obvious, but I just want to make sure because this is not a look for me. But so now that we have like a pretty strong base of You're Kidding in the crease, you're gonna take this brush and you're just gonna kind of blend it out. And I use circular motions, and I don't have any extra pigment on this, so I'm just using the pigment on my eye because that's what works for me. And you just use kind of soft blending so it's not as harsh. Okie dokie. I'm gonna use B, which is this color, this yellowy color right there. I'm gonna put it like on my eyelid with the same brush you used for You're Kidding, but you're gonna want to clean it because you don't want that pigment to show up where it's not supposed to be. Okay, so I'm just gonna dip into B, tap off that extra pigment, and put it right there on my eyelid. I kind of want it to be more pigmented, so I'm gonna put more on top of it to build up. And I'm patting it on there to really make the pigment show, since yellow is kind of a lighter color, especially on my pale skin. Okie dokie, so now that we have pigment on both eyes, we're gonna blend. So I'm gonna use the same motion, but I'm gonna blend You're Kidding and B together in the middle of my crease. It should kind of get you an orangey kind of color, but you don't want to blend them too much because you don't want it to all be the same color. And I know it doesn't look like much right now because we haven't gone too far up, but it will matter. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that's all blended out. I'm going to dip back into You're Kidding and kind of, with only a little bit of pigment, make sure you tap it out. I'm going to bring up this guy just light circular motions. You don't want the pigment to press on too bad. You're just blending it out so you get that effect instead of this one. Okay, and once you're happy with how high it looks, go ahead and do it on the other eye. Now that we have that, I like to use, oh yeah, so once we're done with that, I like to use the color Wig. Which is that one right there. It's kind of like a shimmery gold. And I pluck it right in the like the middle of my eyelid. So we're just going to get, it's kind of a flaky pigment since it is glittery. So I'm gonna actually use my finger, which a lot of professionals are probably like, but I don't. It's how I do it. So we're just gonna plop it right in the middle. Then we're gonna take our blending brush and just blend it out a little bit. And we're gonna do that to the other eye. And now I really, really want that yellow to come through, so I'm gonna go over it again very lightly. Okay. So now I'm actually gonna put a little bit of yellow under my eye so that we get that kind of like sunrise effect. Okay, other eye. Okay, so now that we kind of have all of that done, we're going to take off our crackhead makeup with the same brush we used to put it on. Make sure you tap off the excess powder because you don't want to look too powdery. And I use circular motions, that way it stays on my face, but it doesn't look too powdery. Already looking better. Okay. So now I like to do eyeliner. Eyeliner is kind of tricky, like really tricky for me. So I'm probably gonna do this off camera. It might take me a few tries, but I'm gonna try it on camera and then we'll see how it goes. But it's gonna be a really, really slow process because I'm not good at it. I'm using a NYX eyeliner, so it's not very good. No shade at NYX. I kind of love their brands, but the bristles break very easily. And it's just not the best eyeliner out there, but it is cheap and it does work. So I'd start off with a line. I'm gonna try to make a line the same angle. That is not the same angle. It's close enough. Yeah. So then I kind of like to go under my eye. I don't like it too thick. I think thinner the better. But I also know that's a little rough. Make sure you don't cry because then it will make it run. I ruined it. It's okay, we can clean it up later and I'll show you how, because I use it all the time since I'm awful at eyeliner. I legit wasn't kidding. So for the top liner, I know a lot of people like it thick. I don't. So I kind of just go over my eyelash and slowly. Oh, frick. So now we're gonna fix down here. Ow, I got her in the eye. We're gonna fix that. So in order to fix it, I use this little brush. And I get some of my fabulous foundation. You just kind of swipe it under the eye. Let it dry for a second, and then get your beauty blender. Oh my god, okay. If you use your fingers, don't swipe like I just did, like an idiot, because it smudges. So it's still not the best, so I'm gonna go over it. It looks good from a distance, but then you look up close and it's not cute. So boom. So I got eyeliner done, and now you do the next one. Okay, so this eyeliner is really a lot thicker than this one, and so you kind of pick which one's your favorite and then try and copy the other one. So I like the thicker one a little better, so I'm gonna make this wing. If I could get my eyeliner open. Oh. This is a mess. I'm a mess. I'm just gonna kind of make it a little thicker. Boom. Okay. So now that your eyeliner is done, you're gonna want to let it dry for a little second. Okay, so now mascara. This is Lashtopia from Bare Minerals. It's actually really good, and I don't think it's that pricey, so I would definitely recommend. The wand's super nice, and it's a pretty big container for like what it is. We're not gonna worry about it. I like to go over them twice to kind of get that fake lash feel without the hassle of fake lashes. But you don't want them too clumpy unless you like that look. Then you go to the bottom lash and do the same exact thing. See the difference? Mascara makes everything better. So do that on the other eye. Okay, so now that we have our mascara done, we actually aren't done with the eyes yet because I like to use highlighter. Highlighter is one of my favorite things. I absolutely love it. I know a lot of people like the subtle highlighter look. I love blinding, very dramatic highlighter. So I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette called Dream Glow Kit. It's so pretty and I use it all the time. I really love Wish, Magic, and Sunshine. Those are my 3 favorites. But these 3 are also super pretty, especially if you like pinks and bright colors. Now, I use my finger for this because they're such packed pigments that a brush is really hard to get that look I want. If you want a more subtle look with these kinds of highlighters, definitely use a highlighter brush. I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to be using Sunshine since it's a sunrise kind of look and I want to look kind of like glowy, golden hour-esque. So if we take that, it's very subtle, doesn't really show up all that much, but if you use your finger, it's a lot more noticeable. So where we put our golden eyeshadow, we're actually going to put a little bit of Sunshine highlighter. We're also going to put it in our inner corner. You can also use this little brush. Just pack it in there. It really helps complete the look, I think, personally. Okay, so now you're gonna put it on your nose. And then you're also gonna put it on your other cheek. And on your Cupid's bow. That's that. And then blush, I use Rockstar by Benefit. It's really good, it's super cute. It's a kind of subtle but also pigmented depending on how you want it to look. So here's my blush brush. I just kind of dig it in there, and since I want it just a little rosy. Since we are going for that golden hour effect, I don't want it to be too much. So here's another Smashbox product. I hate the casing personally. I think it's kind of childish, but this color is Honey and it's so pretty. If you want a more nude lip but still somewhat dramatic, I would really recommend it. It's my favorite lipstick of all time, and it's rosy but it's still nudie. Ugh, and I love it. So this is our look. And if we take our hair down, it's a very cute look that's not too abstract, but it's still fun and you can do so many things with it, and you can definitely take your own take on it, and I'm really happy with it actually. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please like or subscribe if you want to see more of me. I'm sorry, I'm kind of annoying. Yeah, that's about it. Have a good day.